of faking going on.
Boy, there ain't no flies on little brothers tonight. He's all right.
Yeah, I said, Pappy, come off that windmill and bring them bedclothes with you. We know you're 3 sheets in the wind. Hey, but he said, don't lean on the wall. It's plastered, too.
Corny.
With their dogs. Okay.
You got an evil
All
laugh.
right. Oh, this is funny. These 2 guys went bird hunting. Took the bird dog along bird hunting. And one of them said, after they've been bird hunting all day, he said, look, there's something wrong. We hadn't even got a bird all day long. He said, what's wrong? He figured it out. The other one, he said, let's see. I got it. We haven't been tossing the dog high enough.
Sure, you got him out of here. Took wings out.
Somebody got a rotten tomato.
You know, I know a lot of the older people here has probably heard this, but I always think it's funny. And if anybody's heard it, don't say it. I don't want to hear it again. But there was a guy who was called Billy Sunday one time. He was one of these great evangelists, you know, and he was down in Kansas City. And he was looking for the post office and he couldn't find it. So he saw this little colored boy standing on the corner and he stopped and he said, son, he said, could you tell me where the post office is? He said, yes, sir. He said, I could, man. He said, you just go down here, 2 blocks, and this way 2 blocks. And he said, it's right there on the corner. And he said, well, son, he said, my name is Billy Sunday. He said, I'm having a revival here in Kansas City. And he said, you come over tomorrow. And he said, I'll show you the way to the Lord. Mr. Sunday, he said, you show me the way to the Lord? He said, you can't even find the post office in Kansas City. Let's put it in G, all right? I don't know anything.
I had them. Flash.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, news flashes. 3 battleships sank at sea. 1 toilet tissue paper company went out of business, and thousands were wiped clean. 10,000 head of horses trampled into the battlefields of South Carolina. Does your cigarette taste different lately? And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back at 9 o'clock. News break for you tomorrow night. There's some guy charging $3,000. They get darn it, wasn't even in tune here. He couldn't himself.
I'm going to change your name to Holstein.
Thanks for making that deal on that, Mike.
Holstein, yeah.
He's gonna try that again.
That was like this guy bought this horse from this Italian guy, you know, and the Italian guy told me, he said, well, the horse, he said, he's really good, you know, and he said he rides good and everything, but he said he don't look pretty good, you know. And the guy said, well, I don't care how he looks, you know. He said, as long as he rides good and works, he said, that's all I care, you know. He said, I'll buy him, you know. So he bought the horse and put him in the horse trailer and took him home and he unloaded him. He got up on his back and the horse ran right in the side of the barn with him. And he said, well, that damn horse is blind. That sucker ripped me off. That horse is blind. He can't even see, you know. So he took him back to the guy and told him, he said, hey, that horse is blind. He said, he ran right the side of the barn with him. He said, yeah, man. He said, I told you he don't look pretty good.